They're going to step right back to where they were. Because if they start cutting calories, but insulin is still high, that's going to make them very hungry because insulin wants to be storing energy. A professor from Harvard named David Ludwig found this. If you have people eating a lower calorie meal that spikes their insulin, it makes them much hungrier than a lower calorie meal that doesn't spike insulin. So that's the key. Anyone listening, if you're thinking, I need to be on a fat cell shrinking journey, let the first step of that journey be, I'm going to lower my insulin.
Which means?
Which means I'm going to control my carbohydrates. I'm going to stop eating carbohydrates that come from bags and boxes with barcodes. And while I am restricting those carbohydrates, I'm going to focus more on protein and fat. So control carbs, prioritize protein, and don't fear the fat that comes with those proteins. Fat and protein together is a miraculous combination of helping you feel full. And it is literally giving everything you need. There are such things as essential proteins. There are such things as essential fats. So focus on those. And that will be the key to helping insulin come down. Then, as you have found, you haven't, and when you're hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat. But what the person will find is they're lowering their insulin, all while their metabolic rate is going up. They're learning how to burn their own fat for fuel. Because remember the metabolic hybrid, that metaphor, that if you want to lose fat, you need to burn fat. You're not going to lose fat if you're always burning glucose. It's fat that you need to burn. And as you start burning more fat, you realize that it's like the hump on a camel. That hump exists because it is a big source of fat for that animal to be using its own fat for energy. We have our own version of that. So you think about the average individual who's chubby, they have hundreds of thousands of calories waiting to be burned in those fat cells. It's just that their chronically elevated insulin is never letting them burn it. And so as the person starts making these changes in their diet to lower insulin, they now can finally start relying on their own fat for fuel.